About Clint and him heading into the final year of this contract with you guys, and how do you envision his future, and what would you like to see out of him this coming season?
Clint's a worker. He's worked this season. We're well aware of contract status with all of our guys, and the focus right now for us and for him, frankly, is just to be as good as he can, start a training camp and beyond. We have a lot of depth at our front court, which is a really good thing. You need every position, but you definitely need that position here in the NBA. And watching him work in attack every day has been good. And when we get to contracts and all that stuff, we'll get there. But right now, the focus is to start a training camp. It's going to be great this year.
Hey Landry, I wanted to go back to about Zach. I know you guys talked about it a little bit after the draft, obviously what led you to that pick. Just a kind of a refresher for the fans on what to expect with him as a player and what vision you guys have for him, and also just a little bit kind of inside the NBA. Does a franchise drafting someone from a foreign country, do you guys have plans to kind of acclimate him, getting him used to the city of Atlanta? I know he's been going with Trey a lot of places, just kind of wanted to see what that process was like.
So I'm going to intertwine kind of what you said, because you almost answered your own question for the rest of this. Yes, the expectation for him is to come in and absorb. It's a new country, and speaks the language very well. But that's still going to be a thing in terms of how things are getting translated. But he's fantastic. The expectation for him is to get in, do your work. Whatever opportunities you have, make the most of them. He's a fantastic player now, and we're only more and more excited about his ceiling and his future based on what we're seeing so far and the steps that he's taken, and watching how he's evolved even from Borg to where he's at now. I'm thrilled for it. I'm excited, but for him, it's about this is a new thing, and with new things, there'll be some mistakes. There'll be some things that you have to grow through. And we're going to support him through that. But that answers both of those, I think I got
To piggyback on the last question, what are your thoughts about the global impact of the game of basketball, especially after we saw what happened during the Summer Olympics?
I love it. I think it's great for the game. I know the league is always looking to expand and figure out ways to really globalize this game. And watching what we've done, in the Olympics was fantastic. Team USA is a great team, and watching them how they've overcome certain adversity throughout that process was really fun to see. And it was really cool to see some of our own guys there, right? Like Dyson, and the impact that he had on Team Australia, and Bogey with Serbia, becoming the team's all-time leading scorer, and hearing the stories of how he's galvanized that group, some of the leadership that he's taken on. When they lost that game, I think all of us that were watching it, we felt that. I felt it through the screen. We showered him with a ton of support afterwards. It's like, man, you just embody a lot of what we really value here, and we know that who you are and the approach and work ethic that you have, the tenacity and competitiveness that you play with is only going to translate into this season. But it's really fun to see and watch those guys. It's always cool when those guys get those opportunities, and for us to watch them throughout those Olympics.
Kind of piggybacking on the question about the Olympics, as you just mentioned, we know pretty well here the impact in which Bogey has had, not only in the locker room, but on the roster for the Atlanta Hawks. But I think that increased on a global scale this year, and some of his NBA competitors now see just how gifted he is. Have you talked to him about maybe an increased role or doing a little more this year for the Hawks?
I haven't spoken with him about any increased role. I think what he does for us is great. I know there's areas in which he wants to continue to develop and grow. And even talking with him since he's been back, some of the things that he shared with me in terms of his leadership have been really cool to hear and see. But where he's at, he's a fantastic player. And for what he's done for us, doing for us, and will do for us is really important. And I think he's in a great role. And for coach and his staff, they'll put guys in roles to make them successful for us.
I know Nicole is not under contract yet, but a guy you drafted this summer. What do you expect that situation to look like? I know he's still banged up too, but what's the latest on his status?
Yeah, still trying to get him healthy. Looking at a few different options for him, and and likely a stash opportunity for us. And I think it's probably where we'll see him go.
Over the summer, V was a free agent, you brought him back. I was just wondering what sort of went into that decision and what sort of role you envision for him.
So, when I talk about our brand of basketball, if you watch V, he really embodies a ton of love. And what he's done from the time he got into the league to where he ended last year, I think he's made huge strides. The development that he's had, how he approaches the game, how he's for his teammates, and like that's something that you want around, regardless of playing time. For us, it was really important to make sure that we got him back with us because of all of that. And the more that we have of that, I think that's the cultural piece that we're looking for, and he fits that very well. So, not sure what it'll look like from a lineup standpoint just yet, but know that we've been in conversations with Coach and his staff on some of that stuff. So we'll see where that falls.
Hi, everyone.
All right. Thank you, everyone.